Well, I wish the weather was a little bit different.
I know.
Today, but
we're gonna have to sleep fast tonight.
I was telling our coaches earlier and telling our radio guys well. I said this is a great opportunity for both clubs because when you get late in the playoffs and you start to get games pushed back in a tournament type of setting and rain's an issue and you start late and guys think they're going to play and they're not going to play and times are moved around all over. This is a great opportunity for teams to learn how to fight through something like this, and very seldom do you get an opportunity to have this happen during the year.
Well, I'm glad you said it. You guys off to another great season. First of all, congrats on another national championship, your 6th and 9th trips to the World Series. You've done just about everything you can do in junior college baseball, so congrats on that.
Well, I appreciate that, but I mean, when you got good kids, you got good assistant coaches, and it makes it easy on the head coach, and the head coach doesn't have to do much when you got great people that you're surrounded by.
I had a chance to talk to Roberto and Alan a little bit. You guys really don't have a lot of guys back. A couple of core guys, but really some new faces.
No, and I mean that's a typical year. I mean, junior college baseball, it's always changing out, and we're just trying to figure out our pieces to our puzzle right now. We still hadn't had everybody on our field that we should have on our field, or all our coaches in our dugout, because we've had some coaches miss from time to time for some family issues and things like that. But we're just looking forward to the time when we can get everybody on the field that should be on the field for us. We have guys playing out of position tonight, but that's the way it is. That's the way of junior college baseball when you only have guys for a couple of years.
Well, I know Doug always looks forward to this, and I hope you guys keep playing this series because it's good for both of you. I think it is. I know it's good for him. He struggles because he's not in the conference. I think you got to go where you can when you can.
Well, we're lucky. Yeah, we're lucky. We got in. We started a conference for next year, and so that's going to be a good thing for us. With we're going to be with the Division I schools, and we be a Division II school.
Okay.
But that'll help us in April, and we're excited about that, and having a state champion and all conference awards. So that's going to help us and have the kids just play for something a little more, and that's how baseball should be. And sometimes as well as anybody, not a lot of people want Tyler in their conference. Not a lot of people may want us in their conference, and it's tough to get everybody on the same page because people seem to think that winning games is more important than leading young people and trying to do things the right way.
Right. Well, thanks for playing, Doug. I hope you guys can keep the series going. I know conference totally changes your scheduling, so I know that what a rivalry this has become. 1 versus 1 again this year, and like you said, the dynamic with the late game. You guys have had a guy really jump out. Tristan Welch, talk about him. Boy, he's putting up some amazing numbers.
Well, I think he's kind of been the right guy in the right spot numerous times with guys on base, and he's come up with some big hits. And Tristan was a guy we redshirted his first year and really didn't know if he was going to make our team the next year, and made our team. And last year played very sparingly, and in the fall had a tremendous fall and kind of came out of the gates and kind of a third-year guy. He's that third-year guy that redshirted, and he's older, and he's kind of taken that role by the reins and got voted a team captain. And he would tell you as well as I would if you would have told me that during his freshman year he'd be a team captain, I would probably told you were crazy. But it's awesome to see young people who grow up and change from where they were to where they are today. And there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be a tremendous husband, tremendous father when he gets to that day and age. And it's important for us as coaches to realize that is our mission and what we should be about. I'm very highly competitive and I want to win as much as everybody else, but I can tell you this, big man upstairs is not going to ask you how many games you won, how many championships you won, and it's just, Tristan's a testament of seeing a young person grow up and become a fine person with his work ethic and the type of kid he is.
Well, I want to follow up on that with, you got number 11 jersey in your dugout here. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, we had a kid, his name was Ross Granger, who had signed with us, left-handed pitcher, 33 on his ACT, had an option to go to Tulane and some Ivy League schools, and he decided to come and play for us. And right before he was, in end of July, before they were a report, he started, in summer ball, he started having some velocity. As a left-handed pitcher, velocity was kind of down, and he didn't have the same, location, and just thought he had a dead arm, and come to find out he had cancer on his brainstem, and lived about a year and a half, and a kid, it's a tough thing, a kid with everything in front of him, 33 ACT, we're going to be an orthopedic surgeon, and all those types of things, and next thing you know, he leaves us too soon, and so we've made it a mission on our team to be able to represent that, and our team votes on who will wear number 11 for us each and every year, and last year Dane Dixon wore that number, and this year he was voted to wear it again, and he gave it up for one of his teammates that was actually Ross Granger's teammate in high school. So
wow.
that's why it's there. And it's just a reminder that, hey, we're playing a game out here. Let's play hard. Let's get after it. But let's not lose focus and make this bigger than what it is. It's a game.
That's awesome, Jeff. I appreciate that perspective so much. And you've said it well. I'm not going to try to add to it, but congrats on another great start. I'm looking forward to calling these 3 games. We're going to play 3 games in probably 12 hours.
Yeah.
So it'll be quick, but I'm looking forward to it. And we'll look forward to hopefully catching up with you tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, John.
We've talked all season about getting ready for this little stretch you're about to go through. You've got #1 in the country, 31-7. You won 9 of your last 10. Got to feel pretty good going to this weekend. The weather has kind of thrown the schedule off a little bit. Talk about the mindset of the Apaches as we go into this 3-game set with LSU Eunice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've been working really hard all year long to get to April and the baseball that we need to play in this month and then next month as well. And so this is a stretch that we always look forward to. It's a stretch that is much welcomed after, especially not being in a conference. The first several weeks are really easy to manage as a ball club, but then there's a stretch of about 4 or 5 weeks where we're kind of in the middle of no man's land. And so we finally got some games coming up this week or this month that count for something, and so we're excited, and we always look forward to playing Jeff Willis and his club over at LSU Eunice, and so it should be a good weekend. We're playing, we're pitching it really well right now. We've kind of done that all year long. Offense has kind of been up and down, but we've seen some signs of them kind of coming back to life, and hopefully we get a little bit more of that this weekend. So we're excited about where we are. We feel like we still haven't played our best baseball yet, and so hopefully that'll be coming in the next 6-8 weeks.
Well, your pitchers are putting up really impressive numbers. Staff ERA is like 2.5. You're coming off an amazing feat Monday night. Talk about that a little bit as we go into a really important weekend with Eunice. You guys had quite a night Monday over in Carthage.
Yeah, it was. Being in college baseball for 13 years now, I've never been a part of anything like that. Scoring 10 runs in the 9th inning. There were some jokes in the dugout about, okay, hey, let's just put up a 9 spot right here and tie it up. You like hearing that in the dugout. You like that there's still some fight there. Normally you would think down 9, your club's kind of cashed it in for the night, but fortunately they gave us a few openings. Our guys took advantage, and then at some point in that inning we started believing a little bit like this could happen, and so it was a crazy turn of events, and Todd's got a good team over there in Panola, and so we definitely respect them, but it was just our inning, and that's why we love baseball, right? We got beat for 8 innings, and we won 1 inning and won the game. So that's baseball for you. But it was a wild one, and definitely I was telling several people this week, that's a game that, from a mentality standpoint, that you as a coach are going to be able to point your team to really for the rest of the year.
Yep.
And so it was fun to see some fight left in them, and that's a huge win from a mentality standpoint.
Well, no question, it's something that hopefully you won't have to draw upon that kind of comeback as you go through the rest of the year. But there's going to be times in your year from now on that you're probably not going to be ahead, and so drawing upon that is awesome. You're going to face some pitching this weekend you haven't seen yet, and your pitchers are going to see some hitters that they probably haven't seen yet this year. Talk about that challenge that's in front of you here in these 3 games.
Yeah, obviously they're having a really good year too, and so from
number 1 versus number 1.
That's right. So even from an offense and defensive standpoint, pitching standpoint, is that they've got some guys that have put up some really good numbers and have good years, and so we look forward to the challenge. I think that's what this time of the year is about. That's why we love playing LSU Eunice, and Jeff's team is they're always going to be really competitive, and they're gonna have some really talented kids. And so for us, if we want to do what we want to do down the stretch, this is a great test and for us, and whether it's good or bad, we can always take things from this series. And so we're looking forward to the challenge and looking forward to seeing some of those arms and getting to face some of those hitters and kind of going toe to toe and see where we match up.
Well, Doug, thanks for taking a few minutes. I know we're scrambling a bit to get this game in. It's going to be a late one. We'll have to sleep fast tonight, but thanks for taking a few minutes. Hope tonight goes well for the Apaches.
No doubt. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And with those pregame interviews, welcome to Christus Trinity Mother Francis Mike Carter Field. Dr. John Groth with you. We are underway. There are 2 outs in the top of the first inning. 3-game series between these two clubs. We'll get the lineups to you as we go here early on. As Jarrett McDonald just got hit by a pitch, so he's the first base runner of the evening. River Town was the leadoff hitter. He's the DH in the leadoff spot. He struck out on a couple of check swings to lead the ball game off. And then it was Evan Keller, the shortstop, that flew out to deep center field. So 2 outs, and then McDonald was hit by a pitch. So he's at first with 2 away. And in the batter's box is Tristan Welch, the center fielder, and what a year that Welch is having. Talked on the pregame just a moment ago to Coach Willis. Welch is just ripping the cover off the baseball. 405 on the year, 12 doubles, a triple, a homer, 47 RBIs in 33 ball games. So he's also 15 for 17 in stolen bases, so he's doing a little bit of everything for the Bengals. Bengals come in 30-4 on the year, ranked number 1 in the Division II ranks of the NJCAA. The Apaches are ranked number 1 in the Division III ranks. So this is a 1-versus-1 matchup. And you heard it just a moment ago, Coach Willis talk about the fact that both these squads are without a conference. Next year, I didn't realize this, but he revealed right there to me that the Bengals will be in a conference next year. So I'm hoping they can keep this 6-game series alive with the Apaches. They play 3 here and then 3 down in Eunice here in a couple of weeks. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch popped up right side, going to get out of play. As stands are kind of wet. We've had rain all day long and finally cleared out. We actually had a beautiful rainbow right outside the center field wall here at Mike Carter Field. So once it moved out of here, the sun actually was out for a few minutes, and we had a really cool rainbow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another foul ball back out of play. On the mound for the Apaches, 5'11" and 165, left-handed sophomore from League City, Texas, Christian Grigsby. Grigsby 4-0 on the year with a 2.94 ERA. His 11th appearance and his 8th start. Grigsby has thrown 33 2/3 innings, struck out 39 and walked 17. Sophomore from League City, Texas. Bay Area Christian High School, Christian Grigsby on the mound for the Apaches. 2-2 pitch. That ball's well hit to right field, but plenty of room for Heath Hood out there. He'll make the grab, and that's the final out of the first inning. So the Bengals get a base runner on a hit batter with 2 outs, and he's stranded. Let's go through the starting lineups and try to play a little catch-up here. We won't take a break between innings. Go through the complete lineups for both squads. The LSU Bengals come in 30-4 on the year. They're led by 17th-year head coach Jeff Willis. And here's the lineup Coach Willis has put on his lineup card. The DH in the leadoff spot is River Town. Batting second is the shortstop Evan Keller. Batting third, the left fielder Jarrett McDonald. Batting cleanup, the center fielder Tristan Welch. Batting fifth is the third baseman Jack Merrifield. Batting sixth, Nick Bellina, the right fielder. Batting seventh, first baseman Slate Fuller. Austin Kirkpatrick is the catcher. He bats eighth. And Javier Vaz is the second baseman. He'll bat ninth for the Bengals. Your lineup for TJC. The Apaches 31-7, ranked number 1 in the Division III rankings. 9-1 in their last 10, 4-1 in their last 5. They have won 4 games in a row. They're coming off on a dramatic come-from-behind win on Monday against Panola, in which they scored 10 runs in the 9th inning and 1 in the 10th inning, 15-14. They're led by head coach Doug Wren in his 10th season. Here's the lineup that Coach Wren has put on his lineup card. Leading off is the second baseman Eric Owen. Batting second, the right fielder Heath Hood. Batting third, first baseman Michael Morissette. Batting cleanup, the DH Miguel Vega. Batting fifth, the center fielder Jacob Johnson. Ty Meisner bats sixth and plays third base. The left fielder Seth Ballinger bats seventh. Catcher Cade Watson will bat 8th, and the shortstop Bryce Coveney will bat 9th for the Apaches. Defensively for the LSU Eunice Bengals, Jarrett McDonald in left, Tristan Welch in center, Nick Bellina in right, Jack Merrifield at third, Evan Keller at short, Javier Vaz at second, Slade Fuller at first, Austin Kirkpatrick behind the plate. And on the mound for the Bengals, a right-handed sophomore from Sulphur, Louisiana, 5'11" and 184, Andrew Sheridan. Sheridan 7-1 with a 1.55 ERA. It's his 10th appearance of the year. They all have been as a starter. 52 and a third innings pitched, 53 strikeouts to just 15 walks. The sophomore from Sulphur, Louisiana, Andrew Sheridan. Outside corner, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Eric Owen. 63 degrees at game time. First pitch was at 9:15. Fly ball, center field. Plenty of room out there for Welch. He'll squeeze it for out number 1. Glad you're with us. Feel free to chime in on that live chat feature on the YouTube channel. Love to hear from all of you out there, whether you're an Apache fan or a Bengal fan. I think the Bengal radio folks have made the trip here. They're down below us here on the media tables. And this is Heath Hood for the first time. Takes ball 1. Line shot, short hop at third. Merrifield gloves it, picks it up and throws. Nice play by the third baseman, Jack Merrifield. That was a line shot off the bat of Hood. Merrifield backhanded it, knocked it down, and had to quickly retrieve it and threw a rocket over to Slade Fuller for out number 2. Here's Michael Morissette now. First time today for the big first baseman. Signee from, going to play for Miami University in Ohio. Swing and a miss off speed pitch. It's 0-1. Morissette, the sophomore from Frisco, Texas, over in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. From the windup, this is Sheridan. 0-1 pitch popped out of play. Get over that Avalon. Oh, my goodness, that is right near my car. I've already lost a couple of windshields out of here at the ballpark. Don't need to do that. No balls and 2 strikes. Another foul ball. That's going to be well down the line and out of play. Left field side. Bengals in the third base dugout here at Mike Carter. And the Apaches in the first base dugout, as they always are here at the home ballpark. Another foul ball off to the left side, out of play, over toward the Rose Garden. We are on the Rose City Complex, about a mile inside the West Loop, with the Tyler Rose Garden just to our left, Harvey Convention Center behind us, and Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Football Stadium off to our right. Of course, we're at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Mike Carter Field. Built back in the 1930s. WPA project was renovated in the early 90s. The artificial surface was put in 3 years ago. Ground ball to second. This is Javier Vaz. Makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. It's a perfect first inning for Andrew Sheridan. We'll head to the second inning, still scoreless. Glad you're with us on a rainy Saturday night. Finally getting this one in. 3 games between 2 really good ball clubs. We'll be back in just a minute on ApacheAthletics.com. And welcome back to Mike Carter Field, Tyler, Texas. Dr. John Groth with you. And had a couple people check in here. Mr. Jones and Mr. Lavoie from Wales, Maine. Michael Morissette's uncle. Appreciate you checking in on the live chat. Would love to hear from some Bengal fans if you tuned in tonight. Of course, we always love to hear from the Apache fans. Might be past your bedtime no matter where you're at here. Before we're done, we're going to be past my bedtime. 5, 6, and 7 for the Bengals. This is Jack Merrifield for the first time tonight against the big left-hander, Christian Grigsby. First pitch misses. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Grigsby, his 11th appearance of the season and his 8th start. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to short. This is going to be Coveney. No, it actually is going to be Meisner cutting him off. And that'll be out number 1 here in the second. 5-3 if you're scoring at the house. That was a high chopper. And third baseman Ty Meisner actually cut that ball off like you teach him to. You try to get everything you can over there at third. And Meisner did a good job of doing that. Here's Nick Bellina. First time today, the right fielder steps in. Takes a huge hack and fouls it off to the right side. 0-1. Bellina, the sophomore from Donaldsonville, Louisiana. Ascension Catholic High School product. 0-1 pitch off the plate. Well, I have been down to Eunice a few times broadcasting, and boy, they do a great job of feeding the opposing team, and I kind of slid in there with the Apaches, and they got a really nice eating area down in the right field corner. And great South Louisiana hospitality. Of course, I'm kind of used to that. I played a couple years at UNO. Played a bunch against Nichols and University of, back then it was it's the University of Louisiana Lafayette now. It used to be USL, University of Southwestern Louisiana. 3 balls and 1 strike to right fielder Nick Bellina. If he should reach, then it's Slate Fuller's turn. Going from the windup, Christian Grigsby, the pitch. Ball 4. First walk of the night for Grigsby. Second base runner for the Bengals. Here's Slate Fuller now. First time tonight. First baseman steps in. Fuller, the sophomore from Lake Charles, Louisiana, Barb High School. Bellina with 12 steals on the year. This Eunice club is very aggressive on the bases. They have stolen 117 bases in 33 ball games. They're averaging between 3 and 4 steals a game. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. No chance. Steal number 13 of the year for Bellina. Well, you can pretty much count on if there's a chance to go, they're going to go. And you better keep an eye on Bellina because he'll take third. You got the left-hander on the mound, and they are a little suspect when it comes to guys stealing third. You got that back to him. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. This is Coveney. Catches, throws, and there's 2 outs. Bellina goes to third on the ground ball to Coveney at short, and here's Austin Kirkpatrick, the catcher. Kirkpatrick, the sophomore from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, swing and a miss, strike 1. Turling's Catholic High School product. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bengals now with a runner at third base. Boy, Bellina taking a fairly aggressive lead over there. There's a wild pitch, and here he comes. 1-0 Bengals. Ball got away from Cade Watson. It's a wild pitch. And the Bengals take the early lead here. 1-0. Well, you hate to see that. Bellina walked to get on, stole second, got the third on a ground ball. The ball hasn't left the infield this inning, and the Bengals have scored. That's what you're going to have to be aware of. I know how Coach Willis likes to play the game, and these guys will put runs on the board in a heartbeat. Swing and a miss. Kirkpatrick is down. Second strikeout of the ball game for Christian Grigsby, but that wild pitch cost you a run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Your new score from Tyler, Texas. It's LSU Eunice 1 and Tyler 0. Well, we'll bring you back a little early and try to get you up to speed on some of the things going on with both of these clubs. We have heard from a couple more. Christian Grigsby for president, Mr. Jones says. Appreciate that. And watching in Pittsburgh, Lady Apache Casey Parker's Gigi. So, Ms. Morgan, appreciate you checking in on the live chat. Love to hear from as many of you that are still awake out there. As we were supposed to start at 6, and then they pushed it to 7, and then they pushed it to 8:30, and then they pushed it to 9, and then they pushed it to 9:15. So we were wondering if we were going to get some baseball in today, but here we are. Coach Willis having a chat with the home plate umpire about something. Not sure what that was about, but here is Miguel Vega for the first time. Designated hitter for the Apaches. First pitch in there, strike one. Vega, the freshman from Tyler, went to Brook Hill High School. No balls and 2 strikes after the swing and miss. Jacob Johnson waits on deck. The windup, the pitch. Off the plate. Andrew Sheridan going old school on the windup. He goes over the head. You just don't see a lot of guys do that anymore. Breaking pitch, and Vega is down on strikes. First strikeout of the night for Sheridan. That's his 54th of the year. And stepping in now is the center fielder, Jacob Johnson. Johnson, the freshman outfielder from Bullard, at the Bullard High School. Bullard's about 20 minutes from Tyler. Got a couple of guys from that area on the club. 1 ball, no strikes to Johnson. Andrew Sheridan came into the ball game 7-1 on the year with a 1.55 ERA. He's trying to go 8-1. 2-0 pitch. Line shot, but going to go foul into that Bengal bullpen area. So it's 2 balls and a strike. Bengals have a pitcher with 7 wins and a pitcher with 8 wins. Dane Dixon is 8-0. Well, when you're 30-4 on the year, you're going to have some really good pitching records. You look up and down that stat sheet. Here's the 2-2 to Jacob Johnson. That's in the dirt. And it's a full count. The Apache center fielder. Johnson reaches. Ty Meisner would be next. 1-0 Bengals. We're in the bottom of the second. Ground ball to second. This is Javier Vaz. 2 outs. So 2 up, 2 down. Meisner steps in for the first time tonight. Ty Meisner, a sophomore infielder out of Hallsville High School. About 45 minutes east of here. Base hit up the middle. There goes the no-hitter. So Meisner with a solid single right up the gut. And with 2 outs, here's Seth Ballinger for the first time. Ballinger, the redshirt freshman from Carthage. Well, we'll see if old Meisner is going to try to get over to second base with 2 outs here. You got to believe they're going to try to move him at some point in this at-bat. Apaches trail 1-0 here in the second. Ground ball up the middle and knocked down. You flip it to short. Nicely done. Javier Vaz flashing the leather. He flipped it to Evan Keller to get the force out at second base. What a nice play there, as Vaz dove to his right and kind of flipped it over his head, and Evan Keller was on the bag to take the toss. So a nice play. Put a star by that one. That's going to go 4-6, and Ballinger gets robbed by Javier Vaz. We'll go to the third inning. It's 1-0 LSU Eunice. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. This is Javier Vaz, 9-1-2 for the Bengals. They lead it 1-0. As we go to the third inning, we're going to play a real baseball game tonight, 9 innings. Left-on-left matchup, Vaz the second baseman, and as happens all the time in the game of baseball, the guy who makes the great defensive play leads the next inning off. Rob Seth Ballinger. Ground ball up the middle. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner. It's 1-2. Grigsby on for the third inning. He's thrown 28 pitches in the first 2 innings. 15 in the first inning, 13 in inning number 2. 1-2 pitch. Look out. That ball's laced off the netting. Just to the left of the Bengal dugout. 1-2 pitch. Another fastball. He fouls it straight back. Javier's dad played at this field about 25 years ago. His dad played at Northeast Texas Community College about an hour and a half north of Tyler. They were in our conference. I remember Roberto. That's the hitting instructor for the Bengals. I remember watching him play out here. I was the head coach here at Tyler at the time. 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Way out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on and nobody out. Bengals trying to win game number 31. The Apaches already notched 31. There's a ground ball. Right side. Base hit. Well, Morissette gave chase, and he actually left his feet, but couldn't make the play. So there's the first hit of the game for the Bengals. There goes the no-hitter. So with a runner at first base, here's River Town now, the DH. First pitch to Town is going to miss high, ball 1. Javier Vaz has 14 steals. Boy, you look up and down their stolen base column, and there's an awful lot of threats on the bases for these Bengals. Vaz, 14 of 20 in steals. Again, they've stole 119 in 33 ball games. Leading the way is Evan Keller with 26. 17, 14, 12, 12 among the other stolen base leaders for the Bengals. Tristan Welch has 17. River Town with 12. Vaz 14. And Bellina with 13 now. He stole one already in this game. So they're averaging between 3 and 4 steals a game, and they're well on their way to doing that again tonight. 2 balls and no strikes to left-handed batting DH River Town. Town on the year, a .360 average, 3 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, 26 RBI. 2-0 pitch, outside corner. 2-1. We're at the leadoff spot in that Bengal lineup. Grigsby, another pickoff. I got to believe that Coach Rippenthal had a discussion with our pitching staff and said, reminded them of how aggressive these guys are on the bases. Got to control the running game. And that ball misses high. Sometimes controlling the running game takes you out of a normal rhythm out there, and so it can be a challenge for sure. You pick off 2 or 3 times and just lose that rhythm. 3-1 pitch, fouled straight back, and it's 3-2. Generally, pitchers like to stay in some kind of rhythm on that mound, and when you're asked to pick off, or you need to pick off as the guy's got an extended lead, got to believe Vaz might be going here. 3-2 and nobody out. Here's the pitch. There he goes. Fouled straight back. Was not a true steal break there. He just wanted to make sure that Grigsby was going to the plate, but once he made sure that was the case, he took off.
He was halfway there before he started slowing down.
Well, we've heard from Mr. Lodano, so appreciate that. Check in. The next 3-2 pitch, just off the plate, ball 4. Not a bad pitch. And Mr. Umpire calls it a ball. So second walk of the ball game for Grigsby. Now you got 2 on and nobody out for Evan Keller. Keller on the year, .384 average. 6 doubles, 16 RBI. The Bengals sport a .338 team batting average. And they're holding their opponents to just .226 on the season. Speaks to why they are 30-4 at the moment. Time's called, and Coach Rippenthal is going to go out. And Grigsby has not been around the plate in the last couple of batters. Coach Rupp going to go out there and got a big old smile on his face, try to settle Cam down a little bit. These guys are excited about these games, and they should be. Number 1 versus number 1. These are games that Coach Wren plays up all year. 10 days away from playing their conference games against Coastal Bend. And so I know the competitive level of these games rivals a conference-type atmosphere. Both teams at the moment, there's been many times in this series between LSU Eunice and Tyler that both teams were ranked number 1 in their respective divisions, and that's the case tonight. Apache's number 1 in the Division III poll, and The Bengals are number 1 in the Division II poll. Bengals come in sporting a 12-game winning streak. Their last ball game, they defeated Wharton on Monday, 7-2. That was on the road. So both these teams coming off road wins on Monday night. 1 ball, no strikes. Evan Keller at the plate. Here's the pitch. Line shot, right field, base hit. And the runner will be sent. And it's 2-0 Bengals. There's a bullet off the bat of Keller. It had Hood retreating, and he had no shot of getting the runner Vaz as he came speeding around, and that was Dad waving around the sun there. Roberto Vaz is over there coaching third base, and he had that right arm going, saying, "Go home, son." RBI single for Keller. And the Bengals, this is when they can be very dangerous. We've seen this before. They put runs on the board very quickly. And that pitch is off the plate. They're very verbal in the dugout, encouraging their teammates. And they've got a lot of history. Coach Willis has taken this program to the World Series 9 times. He's won it all 6 times. And most recently last season. I think they won the championship game on a walk-off homer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out and runners on the corners for LSU Eunice. Just off the plate. And that was a strike an inning ago, but not this time. So 2 balls and a strike. You got Town at third base. Keller at first. The pitch. Way out in front. McDonald waves through an off-speed pitch. 2-2. McDonald got hit by a pitch his first time up. On the year, 388 average for the Bengals. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 27 RBI. The 2-2 from Grigsby. Just off the plate, and the outside part of the plate has evaporated. And thought we were going to have a pretty good pace of play tonight, and if that's not a strike, it's going to be a long night. 3-2, and there's a pickoff to first. 2-0 LSU Eunice. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. They've scored 1 more run to add to their 1 in the 2nd inning. There's still no one out. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. And it's the 2nd walk of the inning for Grigsby. His 3rd walk of the ball game. So the bases are loaded now, and here's their cleanup hitter, their most dangerous hitter, Tristan Welch. All Welch has done all year is hit .425. 12 doubles, a triple, a homer, 51 RBI in 34 ball games. Here's the pitch. Popped out of play, and it's 0-1. Well, you got nowhere to put Welch here, so you're going to have to pitch to him. And one of the things you might think about here, not about on purpose or not, but as hot as this guy is, he crushed that ball, and that's headed toward the Rose Garden, way off to the left field side of the ballpark. So way out in front now, and I got to believe that Grigsby's going to try to throw some balls out of the zone here, and that was a balk. Grigsby just balked. I don't know what happened. Something was disruptive with the signs with him and Watson. Grigsby kind of flinched on the mound, and he knew it. He stepped off, and immediately the umpires called a balk. So everybody moves up 90 feet, and another run comes home. It's 3-0. 0-2 count on Welch, the pitch. There's a ground ball to first. Morset's going to have to take it himself. Another run comes home. 4-0. 3U if you're scoring at the house. RBI fielder's choice for Tristan Welch. And here's Jack Merrifield. Grounded out to third base his first time up. Merrifield, 365 average. Couple of doubles, 5 triples, leads the club. 3 home runs. There's a fly ball to left center. It could be trouble, and that's down. No, it isn't. Wow, Seth Ballinger out of nowhere makes the catch. And I guess the runner tagged up. So a web gem as Ballinger, who got robbed his first time up, he does the thievery on Merrifield this time. And McDonald tagged up and scored. So it's a sac fly for Merrifield on an outstanding play by Seth Ballinger. 2 outs, 4 runs are in. It's 5-0 Eunice. And, boy, this is typical Bengal baseball here. I've seen it too many years. They get guys on, they move them around, and before you blink, there's a crooked number on the board. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. 5-2-0 for the Bengals. 0-1-0 for the Apaches. We're in the top of the third inning, excuse me. And the Bengals have opened up a 5-run lead. Ground ball foul. Third base line. Roberto Vaz, the third base coach, kind of dances out of the way. Count remains 0-2. That ball went way down into left field. Ballinger playing well off the line. One of the Bengals ran down there and picked it up. So it's a 4-run third inning so far for the Bengals. 0-2 pitch. Well hit, left field. Base hit. The inning will continue. Well, the Bengals appeared to have figured out Christian Grigsby. We've got some well-hit balls this inning. And stepping in is Slate Fuller. Fuller grounded out to short in his first at-bat. 327 on the year for the first baseman. 3 doubles, a triple, a homer, 11 RBI. First pitch is going to miss low, ball 1. Well, it was 1-0 after 2 innings. And the Bengals now have put 4 up here in the third inning. Ball's off the plate. And 2 balls, no strikes. This is the 8th batter of the inning for LSU Eunice. 2-0 pitch. Wow. Boy, the outside part of the plate has just disappeared in the last inning. And I'll be curious to see whether Andrew Sheridan gets those pitches, because the first inning they were strikes for both sides, and Mr. Umpire has just really reduced the zone, especially on the outer half of the plate. That's the 4th walk of the ball game for Grigsby. Came in with pretty good numbers, only 17 walks in 33 innings. Not outstanding, but he has now walked 4 in the first 3 innings. So now you got first and second with 2 aboard. And here's Austin Kirkpatrick, the 9th batter of the inning. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Kirkpatrick, .290 average, 6 doubles, 3 triples, a couple of homers, and 16 RBI for the Bengal catcher. 0-1 is the count, the pitch. Big swing and a miss on a curveball. Well, Cam has gotten ahead of a lot of Bengal hitters, but has not been able to put them away. A number of scrappy at-bats, and they have squared a number of balls up this inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. So 9 batters come to the plate. Kirkpatrick strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. That's the 3rd strikeout of the evening for Christian Grigsby. But the Bengals put 4 runs on the board on 1, 2, 3 hits. They leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Your new score from Tyler, Texas. The Bengals 5 and the Apaches 0. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Dr. John Groth with you. 8-9-1 for the Apaches as we go to the bottom of inning number 3. These two clubs will tee it up again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Not 100% sure, but I think we're going 7-9 doubleheader tomorrow. Fly ball in the first pitch, right field. And that's Belina out there for an easy catch. 1 out. So Watson is out on the fly ball to right field on 1 pitch. Here's Bryce Coveney, the shortstop. Andrew Sheridan, sophomore out of Sulphur, Louisiana. 52 and a third innings coming into tonight's ball game. Had struck out 53 and walked just 15. Another first pitch swing, another fly ball to right. And this is actually going to be the center fielder, Welch, calling off Belina for out number 2. Back to the top you go. Eric Owen for the second time tonight. Owen flew out to center his first time up. Texas Tech leads Michigan State 54-51 with 2:14 left in that one. I believe that would be a big upset if the Red Raiders can hold on for that ball game. Eric Owen, 360 average on the year. Now there's a... Not sure that that wasn't as far outside as some of the pitches that Grigsby has thrown, but it was outer half. I'm not sure. That's the question I had. As Grigsby's zone started to shrink a little bit. Was the zone going to shrink for both sides? That's the coach in me coming out. No balls and 2 strikes. Eric Owen, the pitch. Fouls it off, battling. And a count will stay, no balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody aboard. We're at the top of the lineup for the Apaches. To go with that 360 average, Owen 8 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, 25 RBI. Okay, so that's the same pitch Grigsby's not getting and called a ball. So good to see that we're going to be consistent on that. The ball was a little bit further off than some of the pictures that Christian threw. Got in on his hands. This is going to be Vaz on the run, makes the nice play, and that'll be it. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Apaches in inning number 3. We'll head to the 4th. It's 5-0 Bengals. All right, the Apaches have gone to their bullpen early in this one. This is Lyle Hibbets on for the Apaches. 6'4", 235, right-handed sophomore from Farmersville, Texas. And for Lyle Hibbets, this will be outing number 12 of the year. He has 5 starts under his belt, 2-1 with a 7.99 ERA, 23 2/3 innings, 28 strikeouts, and 20 walks. For the sophomore from Farmersville, Texas, Lyle Hibbets takes over here for Christian Grigsby. And Javier Vaz will lead it off, just like he did last inning. The Bengals bat around last inning, scored 4 runs and extended a 1-0 lead. It's now 5-0. Wind up in the pitch. Boy, it's 1-1. Apache's wearing their pinstripes tonight with the black ball caps. Well hit. And Johnson can't make the play. And look out. Vaz is on his horse and headed for third. Here's the throw, and he's going to get there. Javier Vaz getting him going in the dugout over there. That's a triple. So he's 2 for 2. Well, Johnson made a good effort and dove for that ball, and when he missed it, it rolled all the way to the fence. That could have been an in-the-park home run. As much speed as Vaz has got, so you got to be careful here. Wild pitch pass ball. Going to have to work hard if you're Cade Watson. Here's the leadoff hitter, River Town. First pitch misses, ball 1. Well, Apache infield going to stay back up the middle. Corner guys are even with the bag. The 1-0. Missed inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Hibbets has thrown 23 2/3 innings, 28 strikeouts, and 20 walks. So command has been an issue at times for Lyle this year. That's in there for a strike. I think we're 2-1. 2-1 on the leadoff hitter, River Town. He struck out in the first and walked in the third. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 2-1. Called a strike, 2-2. Well, just you're conceding the run up the middle here. And we'll see what Town can do with the bats. Check swing, thought he went. Ooh, pretty close. Town had that same kind of swing in his first at bat and evidently didn't quite go around as far. That first time he got punched out by the third base umpire, not that time. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, runner at third. We're in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch, and it went off his leg. And, boy, I don't know. I guess they're going to give him his base. He did not move at all. So Town is aboard on the hit batter. And that's the second hit batter for Tyler pitching. First and third, nobody out. And Town has 12 stolen bases and 14 attempts, so just about everyone that gets on base for these Bengals is a threat to steal. First pitch, off the plate, ball 1. Evan Keller flew out to center back in the first inning. RBI single to right in the third. Hibbets from the stretch, the 1-0. Misses low, 2-0. Well, against this club that's batting .338 as a team, the last thing you need to do is start falling behind. One of the things that Grigsby did a good job of tonight, for the most part, was working ahead of hitters. He just had a little trouble putting them away. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike. I think we're 2-1. 2-1. We got 2 on and no outs. Lyle Hibbett's in a bit of a jam here in the 4th inning. He just came into the ballgame. Here's the 2-1. Check swing. Good block by Watson, and boy, did not pounce in that ball quick enough. He just looked at it. Well, you try to teach your catchers there. If you're going to block it, go ahead and pick it up quickly. And with that ball just laying on the ground, Rivertown alertly took second base. And this is what the Bengals do. They're very aggressive on the bases. And so it's a 3-1 count now. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Called a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still no one out. Evan Keller, 1 for 2 on the night. Trying to extend a 5-0 Bengal lead. Javier Vaz at third. He led the inning off with a triple. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. So first strikeout of the night for Lyle Hibbets. 4 strikeouts on the night for Tyler pitching. And here's Jarrett McDonald now for the 3rd time tonight. Does not have an official at bat yet. He got hit by a pitch in the 1st inning and walked and scored in the 3rd. First pitch is fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Good hack right there by McDonald. McDonald, 388 average on the year. That ball's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, if you look up and down these numbers here, RBI numbers are impressive, and they're very well distributed. 1 out, 2 aboard. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. You got Welch leading the pack with 51 RBI. You got Bellina with 28. McDonald, 27. Merrifield, 30. Town, 26. You got some guys with 16 and 17, so it's very well distributed. That ball's well hit to right, going back, and he's not going to make the play. Looked like Heath Hood had a chance. The ball kicked off the fence. 2 runs are in, and that runner's going to be sitting there. Coach Vaz had him coming home and then held him up. The ball kicked way back into right field. Heath Hood went back against the wall, and it went off the wall, kicking way into right field, and he had to run that thing down. So it's another triple, the 2nd triple of the inning. And 2 runs come home. It's 7-0 Bengals. And now you got to start worrying about a run rule. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. This is Tristan Welch. Welch flew out to right field and grounded out to first, but did get an RBI. Here's the 0-1. Going to show bunt, pull back. How you like that? Tristan Welch, 51 RBI, 425 hitter, and thinking about laying a bunt down here. Ground ball, that's almost fair. Boy, that was close. All that's got to do is go over the bag fair, and it's fair. It was pretty close. Do have a 3-man umpiring crew, and so there is an umpire right there, and he called it foul immediately. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Welch still looking for his first hit of the night. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it off. And the count remains 1-2. Just looking for a fly ball here if you're Welch. Something out of the infield deep enough to score McDonald from third base. Hibbets comes set. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball right field is going to be foul, but is it going to stay in play? And just gets into the Apache bullpen. Good hustle over there by Heath Hood. Almost caught it. And that's a ball right there where I don't know that you want to catch it because it's going to be an easy run for the Bengals. Count remains 1-2 with 1 out. Hibbets from the set position. The pitch. Line shot, center field, base hit. 8-0 Bengals. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Welch into second with a double. And that's double number 13 of the year for Tristan Welch. And boy, they are just pounding the baseball. RBI for Welch. 8-0. It's another 3-run inning. And this is how this Jeff Willis-led ball club loves to play. They're excited in that dugout. And I've just seen them do this too many times. They score in bunches. And that ball's off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes to Jack Merrifield, third baseman. Grounded out to third, hit a sac fly to left field on a web gem by Seth Ballinger. One ball, no strikes. Hibbets from the stretch, the pitch. It's going to miss low. 2-0, 1 out now. Would not, you got to keep an eye on Welch out there. Welch has stolen 17 bags in 22 tries, so he's a threat to steal third here with 1 out. Getting a walking lead. Line shot, base hit, center field. Welch retreated to second, so if he'd have been going with that base hit, he would have scored easily. Their ball gets away. Now you got nobody at first base, so Merrifield will just go back to the bag. Solid single. And one of the things that impresses you tonight is not necessarily just a hit total, but the velocity at which these hits are coming off the Bengal bats. They are not getting fooled. This is Nick Bellina now for the third time. Walked and scored in the second inning. Singled to left field in the third. Bengal team 30-4 coming into the tonight's game. There's the bunt, first base side. It'll be another run. It's a safety squeeze, and the runner will be out. And this is what they do, and you got to like it. I like their approach. They're very aggressive, and they score runs when they can. It's 9-0. Bellina gets an RBI on the 1-3 squeeze. And it's now 9-0. A second consecutive 4-run inning for Eunice. And after batting around last inning, this is the 8th batter of the 4th inning. Slade Fuller for the third time, 0 for 1 with a walk. Lyle Hibbets from the stretch. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Well, I think I heard that right. Texas Tech is a winner.
61-51.
So congrats to the Red Raiders. They advanced to the championship, 61-51 over the Michigan State Spartans. Sparty goes down. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Watson does a good job of blocking that one and pouncing on it quickly. 1-2. Well, nobody scored in the first inning. The Bengals got 1 run on a wild pitch in the second inning. but then brought 9 batters to the plate in the 3rd inning and scored 4, and they've scored 4 more here in the 4th. Hibbets has taken his time, so Slade Fuller stepped out of the box. Has his sign. Hibbets from the stretch. The pitch. Strike 3 called. And that'll be strikeout number 5 for Tyler pitching. Second one for Lyle Hibbets. But the damage done again here in inning number 4. It's another 4 spot for the Bengals. And they lead it now 9-0. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. 9-0. LSU Eunice leads it. Bottom of the 4th. 2, 3, and 4 for the Apaches. First pitch swinging, ground ball to short. Keller throws across. 1 pitch, 1 out. The Apaches being very aggressive at the plate. A lot of first pitch swings here. Andrew Sheridan, the sophomore from Sulphur, Louisiana, had an 8-pitch 3rd inning. And he's got 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 4th. First pitch to Morissette, off the plate, ball 1. Morissette grounded out to second base his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody aboard. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 9-0 Bengals. The pitch. Well, hit fly ball to left field. Plenty of room, though, for McDonald, and he'll squeeze it for out number 2. F7 if you're scoring at the house. And stepping in now is Miguel Vega. Vega, 362 on the year. 6 doubles, a triple, a homer, 19 RBI. Well, if you look at the numbers for the Bengals, they're scoring over 10 runs a game. In 34 ball games, they've scored 304. Well, they're scoring right at 10 runs a game. 343 runs in 34 ball games. So they make it happen. Vega got jammed, and he fights it off into left field for a single. So 2 outs, 1 aboard for Jacob Johnson. Bengals 9 runs on 7 hits. The Apaches no runs on 2 hits. That was their second hit of the ball game. Johnson grounded out to second base back in the 2nd inning. Andrew Sheridan from the stretch does not have to do that much so far tonight. Pitch misses. It's 1-0. Sheridan has been a starter for all 10 of his appearances. 1-0 pitch, misses low, 2-0. Well, we'll be on the air again tomorrow, and we'll try to get out here in time to do some pregame interviews like we did tonight. So we'll try to go on about 12:45 Central Time. Fly ball center field. This should end the inning. This is Tristan Welch backpedaling a little bit and makes the easy catch for out number 3. So a 2-out single by Vega, stranded. We'll go to the 5th. Your score remains LSU Eunice 9 and Tyler 0. All right, the Apaches have gone to their bullpen for the second time tonight. So Hibbets will go 1 inning. He'll give up 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. He struck out 2 batters in his 1 inning of work, and he threw 33 pitches. Grigsby threw 65 in his 3 innings of work tonight. And now it's time for Jacob Blatney to toe the rubber. Blatney, 6'2", 205, right-handed sophomore from Conroe, Texas. He'll take over for Hibbets. He will face 8, 9, and 1. This is Austin Kirkpatrick, the catcher. He has struck out twice. First pitch from Blatney misses high, ball 1. One 1-0 pitch misses. It's 2-0. Kirkpatrick on the year, 290 for the Bengals. Nine 7-0 for LSU Eunice. 0-2-0 for the Apaches. Well, there's that outside pitch. That's one of the few outside pitches we've seen called since early in this ballgame. 2-1 pitch from Blatney. There's the bunt, and it's going to go foul. So it's Kirkpatrick, Vaz, and then back to the top in Rivertown, scheduled to hit for LSU Eunice. Eunice, Louisiana, about 273 miles from Tyler. 4 hours and 13 minutes. Down in crawfish country, southwestern Louisiana. 3-2 pitch. Well hit to center. Johnson has a beat on it, makes the catch. 1 out. So Kirkpatrick does make solid contact there. He had struck out in his 2 previous at-bats. That ball was well hit, but it was right at Jacob Johnson in center for out number 1. Here's Javier Vaz now. He's 2 for 2. A single and a triple. Johnson tried to make a diving catch, and the ball ran all the way to the wall. And Vaz thought he had a chance maybe to get an in-the-park home run, but his dad held him up at third base. There's the bunt, and I don't know if you're going to get him. Meisner gets rid of it quickly, and a great scoop by Morissette. That saved an error right there. Base hit for Vaz. He's 3 for 3. And here comes Coach Rippenthal out of the dugout. And not exactly sure I don't know if he's going to talk to him about that bunt. Coach Roop may have taken exception to that drag bunt right there. Kind of glanced into the Bengal dugout. Personally, I don't have a problem with it. I think you play the game hard until the game's over. So Blatney, a pickoff over to first. You're probably going to see Javier Vaz look to steal here. And I know some baseball guys don't like to see a lot of bunting or stealing when the game gets out of hand like this. But, boy, the Apaches, if anything, proved on Monday night that no lead is safe. Scored 10 runs in the 9th inning, so I don't know you can get upset at all as Eunice continues to play hard here. Their Apaches are prime examples on Monday of never giving up. They scored 10 in the 9th to take a 1-run lead. Panola tied it. It went extra, and the Apaches eventually won 15-14, and he hit them. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm not... ball was inside, but let's just hope we're not starting something we don't want to finish here. Hit batter. Rivertown goes down to first base, so now you got 2 on. And Evan Keller, the meat of the Bengal lineup, coming to the plate. So Keller 1 for 3 on the night. RBI single back in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Blatney. In there, strike 1. Well, Coach Rupenthal went down to that bullpen and might have had a little chat with the pitchers down there. I know that sometimes when I'm in the dugout, I don't have an issue at all with the way that the Bengals play the game. I love it. They're aggressive. Play the same when it's 0-0 and if it's 9-0. Still early in this 9-inning ball game, and try to get runs across as easy as you can, whether it's a bunt or steal or sac fly, safety squeeze. We've already seen that tonight. The pitch. Fly ball, shallow center. Johnson on his horse, and now going back is Owen. He can't make the catch. That's a seeing eye single right there. Owen had to go way back. Johnson was running way in. That was just in no man's land. I'm going to score a single. So bases loaded now. 1 out. And here's Jared McDonald. You got their 2 most productive hitters coming to the plate with the bases loaded. They already lead 9-0. McDonald got hit by a pitch in the first, walked, and tripled 2 runs in his last time up. First pitch missed, I believe it's 1-0. Breaking pitch catches the heart of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Vaz is at third, Town at second, Keller at first. It's 9-0 Bengals here in the 5th inning. And they're threatening for more. Line shot into the gap. 1 run's going to score. The 2nd run is going to be held. It's a single and an RBI. Throw gets away. Well, you got to take care of the baseball here, getting sloppy. And it's now 10-0 Bengals. McDonald gets his 3rd RBI of the night in his 2nd base hit. Everybody moved up 1 station. And here is Tristan Welch. Welch, couple RBIs tonight. His last time up, doubled to center field. He also has scored a run. So he had 51 RBI coming in, and 2 more tonight makes 53 on the year. Check swing on that first pitch. They called it a strike. It's 0-1. That's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bases loaded. 10-0 LSU Eunice. We're in the 5th. Jacob Blatney is the 3rd Apache pitcher. Grigsby went 3 innings. Hibbett's 1, and now it's Blatney here in the 5th. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle, could be 2. You step on second, you throw to first, not in time. A run scores. So that'll go 6U on the fielder's choice. McDonald out at second base. Keller to third. Town scores the run. It's 11-0. So runners on the corners for Jack Merrifield. Merrifield single to center his last time up. First pitch in there, strike 1. 11, 10, and 0 for the Bengals. 0-2-0 for the Apaches. The pitch. Boy, Watson had to dive to make the play. The runner went off with the ball in the dirt, and now you got a tag by Morissette, and there's the inning. So good job by Cade Watson, and that'll be a caught stealing, 2-6-3. And that will end the threat, but the Bengals get 2 more runs, and your new score from Mike Carter, the LSU Eunice Bengals 11 and the Apache 0. Back with the bottom of the 5th in just a minute. You're watching Tyler Baseball on ApacheAthletics.com. Well, Andrew Sheridan has gotten a lot of run support tonight, but he has done his job as well. Very efficient through 4 innings. 12, 12, 8, and 10 are his pitch counts. He's thrown 42 through 4 innings. 6, 7, and 8 for the Apaches. This is Ty Meisner for just the 2nd time tonight. Single to center his first time up. He's got 1 of 2 Apache hits. Fastball away, ball 1. Vega got the other hit on a jam job that he muscled over Keller's head into left field. Other than that, it's been Andrew Sheridan shutting down this Apache lineup. Hasn't really dominated, only 1 strikeout. Fly ball center field, well hit. Welch going back on the track and couldn't catch it. Hit the warning track. It's a leadoff double for Ty Meisner. So Meisner gets the ball rolling here. The Apaches got a lot of ground to make up. But that will help the cause. Here's Seth Ballinger for the 2nd time. Ballinger got robbed by Javier Vaz his first time up. Hit a ground ball up the middle. Vaz went way to his right, backhanded the ball, and flipped it over to Evan Keller to end the 2nd inning. First pitch in there, strike 1. Came right inside with that fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 1-1. There's Seth Ballinger. Ballinger, 344 average on the season. Takes ball 2. Couple of doubles, 2 triples, 15 RBI for the Apache left fielder. Sheridan comes set. Here's the 2-1. Big swing by Ballinger. Cannot connect, and it's 2-2. Nobody out. Runner at second base is Ty Meisner. Hit a long fly ball over the head of Tristan Welch. Looked like Welch had a chance to catch it, but hit off the warning track. Swing and a miss, and there's strike 3. Ballinger is out on strikes. And that's just the second strikeout of the night for Andrew Sheridan. He's been putting these Apache hitters in play for the most part. Here's Cade Watson. Flew out to right field his first time. Watson on the season, 276 average, 3 triples, a homer, and 14 RBI. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. We're at the 8th spot in the Tyler lineup. There's 1 out and 1 aboard. The pitch. Ground ball to short. Evan Keller thinks about going to third, then he goes to first. And there's 2 away. Well, the general rule there is not that ball's got to be behind you. So, not sure that's a great move by Ty Meisner going to third on that play, because generally you don't want to do that, especially in an 11-0 ball game. But he makes it safely with 2 outs. First pitch in there, strike 1 to Bryce Coveney. He flew out to center field his first time up. Coveney 242 on the year. 0-1 pitch in there, and it's 0-2. A good slider. Apache fans didn't like the call. No balls, 2 strikes. Sheridan from the windup. Just off the plate. And that's the pitch that Mr. Umpire has not been calling tonight. He did call it a couple of times in that first inning, really for both pitchers. And then since then, he has really tightened down that outside portion of the strike zone. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Andrew Sheridan. Strikeouts number 2 and 3 of the ball game. The Apaches get a leadoff double from Meisner, and he is stranded at third. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning. Your score remains LSU Eunice 11 and Tyler Apaches 0.
Opposition, 35, Lowe's, Henderson.
Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Dr. John Groth with you. Logan Henderson is the 3rd relief pitcher for the Apaches, 4th overall. 6'2" and 200 right-end freshman from Baytown, Texas. Has not given up an earned run. He's 1-0. This is his 4th appearance of the year, all of them out of the bullpen. 3 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, and 6 walks for the freshman from Baytown. First pitch is in there, strike 1. 5, 6, and 7 for LSU Eunice. This is Jack Merrifield, excuse me. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Merrifield 1 for 2 tonight with a sac fly and an RBI. 1-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. 11-0 Bengals. Off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled straight back. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Another foul ball. Good hack by Merrifield on that fastball by Logan Henderson, 6'2" and 200. Got another pitcher for the Apaches down there bullpen, so Johnny Holstaffing this one. Check swing, had a notion, but was off the plate. Apache faithful wanted that called a strike. Full count now on Merrifield. From the windup, ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk. First walk for Henderson. And boy, haven't had a walk in a while. 5th walk of the night for Apache pitchers. Last walk was back in the 3rd inning. Well, runner at first with no one out. Here's Nick Bellina. Bellina 1 for 1 tonight. Has a run scored and an RBI. He walked and scored back in the 2nd inning. A single to left in the 3rd. And laid down a perfect safety squeeze in the 4th. First pitch just missed, ball 1. 11-10-0 for the LSU Bengals. 0-3-0 for the Tyler Apaches. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. You got 1 on and nobody out here. Bengals trying to extend 11-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, this could be 2, 6, 4, and 3. Just like the doctor ordered right there. Nicely done. Coveney to Owen to Morissette. And there's 2 out, nobody aboard. And here's Slate Fuller for the 4th time tonight. Fuller 0 for 2 with a walk. Nicely done by Logan Henderson to get that ground ball. First pitch misses. It's 1 ball, no strikes. We're at the 7th spot in the Bengal lineup. Austin Kirkpatrick waits on deck. Fuller from the windup. 1-0 pitch off the plate. 2-0. And there's ball 3. Henderson having a little trouble finding the strike zone against Slade Fuller. Well, if Fuller would reach, it would be the catcher Kirkpatrick to hit next. And there's ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning. 6 walks in the ball game for Tyler pitching. And here is Austin Kirkpatrick. Fuller 2 for 2 in steals. First pitch called a strike. I haven't seen too many of those outside ones called like that, but we'll take it. Kirkpatrick has struck out twice and flown out to center field. He hit the ball hard his last time up. Swing and a miss, throw down to first. Very close play. Watson just kind of flipped that ball. Morrison had to dive to catch it. Almost slapped a tag on Slade Fuller. That ball's off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Merrifield led the inning off with a walk, and then Bolina hit into a 6-4-3 double play. And Slade Fuller drew a 4-pitch walk. And it's now 1-2 on Austin Kirkpatrick. The pitch way off the plate. Another throw by Watson. Trying to keep Fuller close to first base. Deuces are wild now on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bengals have scored in the last 4 innings. Scored a single run in the 2nd inning, 4 runs in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, and then 2 more in the 5th. So Henderson 1 out away from putting the first 0 up since the 1st inning. Pop up, right side. That's going to drift out of play, I think, just over the fence towards the bullpen area in the right field corner here at Mike Carter Field. Do have a right-hander tossing for the Apaches down there, so if we are going to run rule this ball game, the Apaches would have at least 1 more inning to pitch. They can't muster up any offense. At least that's our thought up here in the press box. Not exactly sure if they're going to run rule. That ball's off the plate, 3-2. Well, when a pitch is not swung at, umpire does not have to allow the batter out of the box. And Kirkpatrick actually stepped well out of the box there after that last pitch. Now that he asked for time and kept his foot in the box that time. So 3-2 pitch. There goes the runner, and ball 4. 3 walks in the inning. So, but for a double play ball, Logan Henderson would be in a heap of trouble here. Cade Watson going out to talk to Henderson, and Mr. Umpire right on his heels. Not sure it's possible that Cade Watson may have gotten, I don't know if Mr. Umpire got hit on that last ball. The ball went in the dirt. Sometimes these guys are trying to take care of one another, giving each other just a little bit of a breather on those balls that nick off their legs and arms and who knows where else. It looked like they had a nice smile on the mound. They both jogged back And we're back at baseball. Javier Vaz now for the 4th time. He is 3 for 3 and has scored all 3 times. And he's also the third base coach's son. Roberto Vaz played at Northeast Texas Community College, went on to play at the University of Alabama, played a number of years in pro ball, and has been on the Eunice coaching staff for a number of years. Talked to Roberto before the game a little bit about his son and has dreams of heading to the SEC after playing for the Bengals, as I'm sure a lot of these guys do. And a lot of them realize those dreams, as do many of the Apaches that head on to their 4-year universities. 2 balls and no strikes to Javier Vaz. 2 outs and 2 aboard the pitch. And Logan Henderson struggling to find the strike zone. He has walked 3, and he's now 3-0 on the 9-hitter, Javier Vaz. Vaz has a perfect night going. 2 singles and a triple. Here's the pitch. Called a strike, 3-1. Well, Slade Fuller, really good aggressive secondary here out at second base. Actually, both runners getting a good secondary. And there's ball 4. 4 walks in the inning. If you didn't have a double play, you'd have real trouble here. And I just wonder how long Coach Ruppenthal is going to stay with Logan Henderson. We do have a right-hander tossing, and I would think he's ready. He's been down there for a while. Henderson going to go for the windup. This is the leadoff hitter, River Town, ball 1. Well, we've heard from Mr. Williams, Travis Williams, checking in a while back. Appreciate that. If you haven't checked in on the YouTube channel, feel free to drop us a note, give a little shout out. That fastball way high, and Logan Henderson really having some challenges finding the zone. He got the double play from Bellina, and there was no one on. 2 outs, and since then it's been walk, walk, walk. 3 in a row. There's a strike, 2-1. Leadoff batter Merrifield walked as well, so 4 walks in the inning, but the double play erased that runner. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Henderson trying to get out of trouble here in the 6th inning. That ball misses high. And it's a full count. Now you got runners moving. We're at the top of the Bengal lineup. River Town has gotten hit twice, walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Here's the payoff pitch with the runners moving. Ground ball, right side. Morissette going to glove it, but it's going to be foul. We'll do it again. Back to everybody's appointed spots. You got Vaz at first, Kirkpatrick at second, and Slade Fuller over there at third. Logan Henderson, the freshman from Baytown, delivers. That ball's well hit, deep to right field. It's got a chance if it stays fair. Just foul. Wow, that close to being a grand salami. Tell you what, that was not far from getting out of here. Halfway up the fence in right field, just about 2 feet foul. The runners will be off again with the pitch. River Town, 360 average on the year. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Morissette. He'll smother it, run over to the bag, and that'll be it. So 3U if you're scoring at the house. The Apaches, despite 4 walks, somehow get out of it with no runs. That's the first 0 since way back in the first inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. The score remains LSU Eunice 11, Tyler 0. Welcome back to Tyler, Texas. Bottom of the 6th inning. It's 11-0. And it's the top of the Apache lineup, and Eric Owen fouled that one off his foot. Strike 1. Andrew Sheridan has thrown 55 pitches through 5 innings of work. We are in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 pitch. That ball's well hit. High, deep, left center field, and out of here. A solo home run off the bat of Eric Owen. And the Apaches break up the shutout. Well, you love to see that. It's now a 10-run ball game. And here's Heath Hood. Well, you need another run to keep this thing going. The Apaches, stranger things have happened. Scored 10 runs in the 9th inning this week against Panola. And the second batter in a row fouls one off his foot. Heath Hood did the exact same thing. Well, that's perfect. Hit it off his foot and then hit it out of the yard. Heath Hood, 0 for 2 tonight, has grounded out twice. Sheridan with the windup, ground ball to third. You knock it down, you pick it up, you throw. Boy, nice pick at first by Fuller. Merrifield knocked that ball down, picked it up twice, it looked like. Finally threw over, and Fuller had to pick it off the turf, and he did so for out number 1. Here's Michael Morissette, 0 for 2 tonight. Apaches with just 3 hits on the board. High fly ball, center field. Welch has got room, makes the catch, 2 outs. That'll bring up Miguel Vega. No, and we're going to have a pinch hitter. This is Jason Ballou now. So Ballou will pinch hit for Vega here in the 6th inning. The Apaches have scored a run to make it 11-1. Andrew Sheridan has been in control the whole night. Just off the plate, ball 1. Started the inning with 55 pitches through the first 5 innings. His largest pitch count of any one inning was 13. Foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sheridan has been the model of consistency here tonight. 12, 12, 8, 10, and 13 are his pitch counts. And good slider right there. Cutter looked like. 1 and 2 on Ballou. Ballou batting for Vega here in the cleanup spot with 2 outs and nobody aboard. The pitch. Off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sheridan with the windup, and he struck him out. Got him to chase a high one, and that'll be the third out of the inning. Strikeout number 4 for Andrew Sheridan, so he hasn't been overly powerful in the strikeout side of things, but he has gotten the job done. He does give up a solo home run this inning, however, and the shutout is now gone. Your new score from Tyler, Texas, LSU Eunice 11 and the Tyler Apaches 1. All right, Coach Rippenthal has dipped deeper into the bullpen. It's the 4th relief pitcher for the Apaches. Parker Hintz is now in the game. 6'2" and 225, right-handed freshman from Chapel Hill. He'll take over for Logan Henderson. Henderson threw 35 pitches in his 1 inning of work. And now it's time for Parker Hintz. 0-1 with a 23.63 ERA. His 4th appearance of the year, all out of the bullpen. 2 2/3 innings. 4 strikeouts and 5 walks for the freshman from Chapel Hill, Parker Hintz. 2, 3, and 4 for the Bengals. Evan Keller, Jarrett McDonald, Tristan Welch scheduled to hit. We're in the top of the 7th, and if we hold to the run rule, this should be it. The Apaches cannot muster more offense. 11-10-0 for the LSU Eunice Bengals. 1-3-0 for the Tyler Apaches. Pitch is off the plate. I think we're 2-0 here. Off the plate, 3-0. Leadoff walk to Keller, and here's Jarrett McDonald. And that ball hit him. So here come the Bengals once again. A lot of hit batters tonight. And a fair number of walks. That's going to be walk number 9 of the night for Tyler pitching. 1, 2, 3. The 3rd hit batter, so that's 12 free passes. You can't do that with a team like the Bengals. Line shot into center, and this is what they do. A walk and a hit batter, and just like that, a run is in. Line shot to center field. 3rd RBI of the night for Welch. And it's not that single that hurt you. It's the hit batter and the walk that preceded it. 12-1 Bengals. And Merrifield's going to be called back for a pinch hitter, I think. Hunter Tabb is the pinch hitter.
Now batting, number 27, Hunter Tabb.
So Merrifield has been lifted for Hunter Tabb. Hunter Tabb, 294 average on the year. That ball's in the dirt, ball one. Looks like we got next pitch is going to be in there. It's 1-1. So it looks like Coach Willis is going to give some guys an opportunity to swing it here with a 11-run advantage in the 7th. Parker Hintz, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Apaches. Grigsby threw 3 innings, and it was Hibbets for 1, Blatney for 1, Henderson for 1, and now Parker Hintz here in the 7th. Pitch is in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hintz walked Keller to lead the inning off. He hit McDonald, and then a solid single by Welch scored a run. Put runners on the corners. There goes the runner, fouled off. And it's 1-2. Yep. Time called. Hintz taking his time. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch. Line shot, fair ball into the corner. And the pinch hitter Tabb going to drive 1 run in. The second runner is going to be sent home. It's a 2-run double for pinch hitter Hunter Tabb. Boy, that was laced into the left field corner. Well, this is what they do. And they have taken full advantage of 12, well, let's see, 9, I think we figured out 12 free passes by either the walk or hit batter. And now you do have a new hitter. Bren Falk is the new hitter. He'll take over for Bellina in the 6th spot in the lineup. Parker Hintz from the stretch. First pitch is going to be in there, strike 1. 14-1 is the score. (14, 12-0) for the Bengals. 1-4-0 for the Apaches. Pitch misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, no activity in the bullpen for Tyler at the moment. Little tapper out in front of the plate. Watson picks it up, and boy, they're going to call him out on the tag. Boy, I don't know if Morris had held the bag at first base, but that's going to be a pretty nice footwork over there by Mike Morissette. That'll go 2-3. And there's now 1 out in the inning. Over to third goes Hunter Tabb. First pitch in there, strike 1. And this is Slate Fuller. Oh, 0-1 pitch popped out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Fuller. Tonight, Fuller 2 walks, a strikeout, and a ground out. He's 0 for 2. Hints from the stretch, the pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 14-1 is our score. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So Fuller is a strikeout victim here in the 7th. And boy, you got to go back a while. That's the 5th strikeout unofficially here. 5 strikeouts. I think that's 5 on the night. No, that's not right. 6. That's strikeout number 6 for Tyler pitching. And we have a new hitter. 32 is the number. We'll give you the name here in a moment. Reed Babin is the batter. That pitch is in there, and it's quickly 0-2. So Babin in a hole now. He's batting in the 8th spot for Austin Kirkpatrick, the catcher. Got a runner at 3rd. Hunter Tabb got a pinch hit double. Ball's fouled out of play. All right, I've heard from Miss Morissette watching from Frisco. Sorry I didn't get that earlier. Just now seeing that as I charge up my phone. Appreciate her checking in on the Remind app. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So 2 back-to-back strikeouts there by Parker Hintz, and that'll end the inning. But the Bengals get 3 more runs on, let's see, 2 hits. The big blow, a 2-run double by Hunter Tabb. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Your new score from Tyler, Texas. The LSU Eunice Bengals 14 and the Tyler Apaches 1. All right, we believe this might be it. First pitch swinging, and it's fouled out of play. This is 5, 6, and 7. Johnson, Meisner, and Ballinger scheduled a hit. And Andrew Sheridan bidding for a complete game win here. Started the inning with, well, how many pitches? Okay, so he was 65 pitches in. And he's been amazingly efficient on that mound for the Bengals tonight. 1-1 pitch. That's going to miss outside. Check swing. They check the umpire. No go. 2-1 on Jacob Johnson. Grounded out to second and flew out to center. The Apaches with just 4 hits on the night. That's a rocket to center, but it's right at the center fielder. We're not sure who's out there. They made massive substitutions. And that might be Bren Falk. Not exactly sure. Either way, it's a line out by Jacob Johnson. Good to see Jacob square one up there. So I'm writing down an L8 in my book. And here's Ty Meisner now for the third time. Meisner's got 2 of the 4 hits for the Apaches tonight. Single to center and a double to center. First pitch was off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Sheridan bidding for his 8th win of the year. He gets it. He would be the second Bengal pitcher to get 8 wins. Dane Dixon is 8-0 at the moment. Here's the 2-0. Pop up right field. And this is Tristan Welch now in right. And he catches it for out number 2. F9 if you're scoring at the house. Here's Seth Ballinger. Ballinger got robbed back in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to second base. Great play by Javier Vaz. And he struck out swinging in the 5th, 0 for 2. Saw Ballinger make a great play in left earlier as well. Ground ball to second, and this could do it. 4-3, and I believe that's going to be all. The Bengals are going to greet their teammates out on the field, and there's your ball game. So we'll wrap this one up, give you some totals, and set the table for tomorrow's game. The Apaches dropped this one to the LSU Eunice Bengals by a score of 14-1. And boy, a couple of storylines in this one. First of all, the starting pitching by Andrew Sheridan, as he goes complete game win. The only blemish was a solo home run in the 6th inning off the bat of Eric Owen. And Ty Meisner got 2 hits of the 4. The only other hit was a jam job off the bat of Miguel Vega, and that was it. And what an outing for Andrew Sheridan. He goes 7 complete innings, gives up 1 run on 4 hits. Struck out 4 and walked. Let's see, did he walk anybody tonight? I don't see any walks, so 0 walks for the sophomore from Sulphur, Louisiana, Andrew Sheridan. He goes complete game in picking up his 8th win of the year. He's 8-1 now on the season. Losing pitcher is going to be Christian Grigsby. He'll drop to 4-1 on the year. The Apaches' record will go to 31-8, and the Bengals will win their 13th game in a row, and their overall record will go to 31-4. So that will do it from Mike Carter Field here in Tyler on a rain-delayed game. Boy, 11:23 Central Time. This game took 2 hours and 8 minutes. And it could have been worse, as the run rule shortened this ball game by 2 innings. So tomorrow's ball game will start at 1 o'clock. We're going to play 2 if weather permits. Now, the weather is not supposed to be so great tomorrow either, so stay tuned to ApacheAthletics.com, and we'll try to get word out on the Remind chat feature, the Remind system, to those of you who are enrolled in that feature. And if you're not, here's how you do it. So if you want to get some reminders about tomorrow's ball game, we'll try to get the word out if there's a rain delay, because when we started this ball game, the weather forecast was not promising for tomorrow's doubleheader. It looked like we might get the game started, but then mid-afternoon, the percentages go way, way up. So we'll just have to play this by ear. We'll leave our equipment up here, and hopefully we'll get a couple of ball games in tomorrow. The turf will certainly help the cause. As boy, without this turf, no way we'd be playing any baseball here in Tyler this weekend. So glad for that. And so that will wrap things up for this evening. The Apaches drop a run rule shortened game to the LSU Eunice Bengals. Both teams ranked number 1 in their respective divisions. The Bengals started the scoring back in the 2nd inning. They got a single run in the 2nd, but then it was, boy, then the runs came in bunches. 4 in the 3rd inning, 4 in the 4th inning, 2 in the 5th, none in the 6th, and then 3 more in the 7th. Your final 14-12-0
for the Bengals. The only run for the Apaches was a solo homer off the bat of Eric Owen in the 6th inning. So that'll wrap things up for tonight. Appreciate you joining the broadcast. We'll look forward to hearing from you more tomorrow for the whole athletic department at Tyler Junior College. That would include Athletic Director Captain Chuck Smith, Assistant Athletic Director Miss Kelty Weeks, Administrative Assistant Miss Sherry Hardwood, the whole gang back at WAG Gym. Appreciate the help in the press box, and the whole crew up here giving us, keeping us on our P's and Q's on that scoreboard. The Apaches dropped the opener 14-1. We'll play 2 games tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock on the air at 12:45. Until then, so long, everybody.